It's Sunday evening, the sun is low. Got my crew all around, let the good vibes flow. Hit the pause on the chaos, take a step back, rewind the madness, put our hearts on track. We've been running wild all week, but now it's time to breathe. Let's shake off the dust and dive into this dream. Hold up, reset, let the music take us higher. Hold up, reset, ignite our hearts like a fire. We'll dance through the night with the spirit so bright. Hold up, reset, it's our Sunday evening light. Grab your friends, we're ready to go. The radio's blasting and we're stealing the show. Living for the moment, every laugh, every cheer. Turn it up to 11, let's make it clear. Forget the worries of tomorrow, just leave them at the door. We'll ride this wave together as we shout for more. Hold up, reset, let the music take us higher. Hold up, reset, ignite our hearts like a fire. We'll dance through the night with the spirit so bright. Hold up, reset, it's our Sunday evening light. So here's to the friends who lift us up, to the stories, the laughter, chasing dreams, it's enough. Let's make a promise, never lose this way. Every Sunday evening, come what may. Hold up, reset, let the music take us higher. Hold up, reset, ignite our hearts like a fire. We'll dance through the night with a spirit so bright. Hold up, reset, it's our Sunday evening light. Hold up, reset, feel the beat and don't forget. Hold up, reset, this is our time we won't regret. Hold up, reset, let the music take us higher. Hold up, reset, ignite our hearts like a fire. We'll dance through the night with a spirit so bright. Hold up, reset, it's our Sunday evening light. Hold up, reset, feel the beat and don't forget. Hold up, reset, this is our time we won't regret.
Welcome to Sunday Evening Reset. The show that's basically a spa day for your brain, minus the cucumbers on your eyes, and that awkward small talk with virtually everybody. I'm Kyle Fields, your host and guide through this delightful labyrinth of relaxation and laughter. If you've ever stared at your to-do list and thought, yeah, that's not happening, well, congratulations, you might be smarter than average because, let's be honest, that list is just a request for a stress-induced existential crisis. Tonight, we've got a jam-packed show that's more loaded than your Uncle Joe at Thanksgiving dinner after he discovers the apple pie has a little extra whiskey in it. Minus that family drama, of course. We'll share uplifting stories that might actually make you want to start using the hashtag blessed. Deep dives into this week's biggest headlines that will have you shaking your head and saying, no, seriously, did that really happen? And of course, a powerful message in our Sunday sermon that will make you feel like you could take on the world, or at least your couch. So get comfortable, folks. If you're still in sweatpants, you're officially a part of the Sunday Evening Reset family. Congratulations. You are both now comfy and stylish in a way that only someone who has given up can understand. So grab a drink, whether it's coffee, because Monday is lurking right around the corner and it'll be judging your choices, or tea if you need to feel a little more sophisticated, or, something else because you're like, hey, I can't handle Monday. I can't handle the Monday I know is coming. So let's dive in. Remember, if you feel overwhelmed at any point tonight, just take a deep breath, close your eyes, and imagine your to-do list being eaten by a giant llama. Trust me, it helps. Let's go ahead and get into it. Positive overload and daily affirmations. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, it can often feel as if we are drowning in a sea of negativity. We'll scroll through the endless news feeds, hearing about disasters, conflicts, and hardships that can easily tarnish our spirits. In such a world, it feels vital to create our own sanctuary of positivity, a place where we can nurture hope, courage, and inspiration. So let's take a moment to bask in the warmth of positivity and fill ourselves up with the good stuff that life has to offer. Tonight, we'll be sharing a heartwarming story that encourages resilience, hope, and personal growth. Allow me to introduce you to a remarkable individual named Maya, a woman who found herself grappling with the darkness of life's challenges. Maya had been diagnosed with a chronic illness that left her feeling drained and despondent. Each day felt like a battle, and the emotional toll left her struggling to find joy. One day, while riding the bus home from the doctor's appointment, Maya had an unexpected encounter that would change her perspective forever. Sitting next to her was an elderly man who noticed her fatigue. He gently smiled and asked, "Are you all right, dear?" Although she initially hesitated to open up, something about his warmth encouraged her to share her story. As she spoke about her struggles, she noticed that his eyes never left her face, sending waves of empathy her way. Inspired by her resilience, the man shared his own tale of loss, an illness that had stolen his beloved wife some years prior. Rather than wallowing in grief, he chose to honor her memory by dedicating himself to acts of kindness. Each week, he spent time volunteering at a local shelter, bringing laughter and hope to all those in need. He was a testament that even amidst personal suffering, we have the capacity to uplift others. As the bus ride continued, he reached into his bag and pulled out a small handmade quilt. "I made this for you," he said, draping the beautiful fabric over Maya's lap. She was taken aback by the genuine kindness from a stranger. "It's a reminder that you are not alone," he said. "No matter how dark life may seem, there are always little pockets of light." Maya went home that evening with a renewed sense of purpose. The kindness of a stranger had ignited a flame in her spirit that had flickered for far too long. She began to see that life's challenges could be managed with intention, resilience, and a little bit of humor. Inspired by the gentleman's story, she decided to start her own journey of kindness, reaching out to those who shared her struggles online. She knew firsthand how loneliness can magnify our pain, and she wanted to transform her challenges into a source of support for others. Through her story sharing, Maya created a small online community dedicated to uplifting one another. It grew gradually, but she found that even the smallest acts of kindness could have a ripple effect. Suddenly, her world was filled with narratives of hope, resilience, and love, dispersed amongst those who faced similar battles. This transformation also taught her that her pain had value. It meant something, not just to her, but to others seeking light amidst their shadows. Fast forward a few months, and Maya was featured in a local newspaper for her community efforts. What started as a moment of despair burgeoned into a blossoming garden of positivity. Every week, she organized online meetups and write-a-thon challenges to encourage participants to write letters of encouragement to each other. The act of giving spurred her healing journey in ways she never thought possible. Through Maya's journey, we are nudged to consider how we can reshape our own narratives instead of allowing negativity to anchor us down. We can use our experiences, no matter how tough, to ascend and help others. We can cultivate a growth mindset, one that sees challenges as opportunities for development in light rather than darkness. Maya's story resonates with all of us in some capacity. At some point in our lives, we have all faced adversity and moments of doubt. The tendency to succumb to negativity can be powerful, especially during those tough times. However, it is crucial for us to recognize how resilient we can be, how much strength lies within each of us, waiting to be unlocked. Maya's transformation was not solely due to the kindness she received. It was driven by her conscious choice to shift her focus from pain to purpose. In my own life, I have encountered moments where negativity threatened to consume me. Whether it was a personal struggle, a professional setback, or a loss of a loved one, there have been times where I have felt overwhelmed. However, it was during those challenging moments that I realized the importance of reaching for the light. Not just for myself, but for others too. There's a saying that we are all fighting battles that others cannot see. It serves as a gentle reminder that while we may put on brave faces, everyone carries their invisible burdens. Just as Maya found hope in her connection with a stranger, we too can forge connections that uplift and inspire. When I took the step to share my struggles, I was surprised at how many individuals stepped forward to share their stories in return. The power of collective vulnerability became a source of comfort and strength. It reaffirmed the belief that we are not alone in our suffering and there are countless ways to support each other. Over time, I cultivated a habit of reflecting on my experiences through journaling. Writing allowed me to channel my thoughts and feelings, transforming negative energy into something beautiful. I recorded my challenges, but more importantly, I noted the lessons learned and the ways I chose to rise above. That's how Sunday Evening Reset came along. That's how That's Life came along. And everything else wonderful in my life was from writing. That's a culmination of everything I've written. But embracing the process of writing helped me to recognize the small victories, the moments of joy, connection, and growth amid adversity. So, what is the importance of daily affirmations? Well, as we navigate our way through life's up and downs, we often forget the importance of self-affirmation. Daily affirmations are important tools for transforming our mindset and nurturing our well-being. They allow us to reinforce positive thoughts and beliefs about ourselves, creating a strong foundation for resilience. Affirmations serve as reminders of our worth, our capability, and potential. When we repeat powerful statements, we begin to rewire our brains, carving new pathways to self-esteem and acceptance. Just as Maya chose to focus on kindness and connection, we can adopt affirmations that set the tone for our week ahead. And here are some that I want you to take with you on the week ahead. Number 1. I am capable, strong, and worthy of good things. This affirmation sets the stage for self-worth and confidence. Every time you find yourself doubting your abilities, remind yourself that you have faced challenges before and you have emerged stronger. The next one, this week, I will focus on progress, not perfection. Perfectionism can be a hindrance that stifles your growth. By acknowledging that progress is a journey rather than a destination, we open ourselves to the beauty of the process. Your next positive affirmation. I am allowed to rest and recharge without guilt. Rest is not an indulgence. It is a necessity. Allowing ourselves the grace to recharge equips us to face life's challenges with renewed energy. Your next affirmation. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Shifting our perspective on challenges helps us embrace them with open arms rather than fear obstacles. We can cultivate curiosity, asking ourselves, what can we learn from each experience? These affirmations can be spoken aloud, written down in a journal, or even placed on sticky notes on your mirror as daily reminders. Find a practice that resonates with you, commit to it, and let each affirmation become a beacon of positivity through the week. The more we believe these truths, the more they manifest in our lives. So, how can we integrate positivity into daily life? Well, creating a positive mindset is not a one-time endeavor. It is a daily practice that requires intention and dedication. It's crucial that we find ways to infuse positivity in our daily routines. And here are some practical steps that you can incorporate. Number 1, start your day with intention. Instead of reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, take a moment to ground yourself. Spend a few minutes expressing gratitude for the new day, setting intentions, or reciting your affirmations. This habit can cultivate a sense of peace and clarity that carries through the entire day. Number 2, surround yourself with positivity. Identify the relationships and environments that lift you up. Engage with people who inspire you. Read literature that sparks curiosity and curate your online experience to reflect positivity. Your environment plays a significant role in your mindset, so make intentional choices about what you consume. Number 3, limit negative input. We live in a world where negativity can seep into our lives through various channels, from social media to news outlets. While it's important to stay informed, it's equally important to take breaks to protect your mental well-being. Consider limiting your exposure to negativity, allowing yourself to seek out uplifting content instead. Number 4, practice gratitude. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can significantly shift your perspective. Take a few moments each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. It could be as simple as enjoying a warm cup of coffee or a heartfelt conversation with a friend. Gratitude creates a cycle of positivity, reminding us to cherish the simple moments. Number 5, engage in acts of kindness. Just as Maya discovered, kindness has a way of creating ripples of positivity. Find small ways to brighten someone else's day. A compliment, a note, or even a helping hand can make all the difference. By extending kindness to others, you'll inevitably cultivate positivity within yourself. Number 6, create a positive environment. Declutter your physical space and surround yourself with items that inspire you. This may include artwork, affirmations, or photos that evoke fond memories. The energy of your environment can influence your mindset, so curate a space that fosters joy. Number 7, engage in creative outlets. Activities like painting, writing, or drawing can serve as wonderful tools for expression and self-discovery. Creativity offers a chance to channel emotions and thoughts into something constructive. Embrace the process of creation. It can be liberating and positive. Number 8, mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness allows you to stay present and cultivate awareness of your thoughts and feelings. Even a few minutes of meditation can foster calmness and clarity. By grounding yourself into the present moment, you can counteract feelings of anxiety and negativity. Number 9, connect with nature. Nature has a unique way of refreshing our spirits. Spending time outdoors, taking walks in the park, or simply enjoying the beauty of your surroundings can help to restore and rejuvenate your outlook. Nature acts as a reminder of life's simplicity and profound wonder. Number 10, reflect and adjust. At the end of each day, take time to reflect on your experiences. Consider what went well, what challenged you, and how you can shift your approach moving forward. Self-awareness is the first step toward personal growth and setting intentions for the future. By intentionally integrating positivity into our daily lives, We foster resilience and create a more supportive environment for ourselves and others. Maya's journey was a powerful testament to the ripple effect of positivity. Through her acts of kindness, she preserved her own inner light while illuminating the lives of those around her. So, as we conclude our exploration of positivity overload in your daily affirmations, let us carry forward the essence of Maya's beautiful story. The power of resilience, connection, and light even in times of dark. We have the courage to rewrite our narratives, to choose hope over despair, and to foster a culture of kindness and support within our communities. Remember, each day holds the potential for transformation. Every small step we take towards positivity counts. We can all dare to dream beyond our challenges and embrace the extraordinary abundance of life. Let us conclude by anchoring ourselves once again in affirmations as we head into the new week. I am capable, strong, and worthy of good things. This week, I will focus on the progress, not the perfection. I am allowed to rest and recharge without guilt. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. May we say these affirmations not just as fleeting words, but as powerful declarations that root themselves within us. By committing to this positivity each day, we create a ripple effect inspiring others to do the same. Together, let's cultivate a world filled with kindness, understanding, and unwavering hope. Carry these reflections and affirmations with you, and remember, the light exists everywhere. Sometimes we just need to lean in, embrace it, and let it guide our way.
It's Sunday evening, the sun is low. Got my crew all around, let the good vibes flow. Hit the pause on the chaos, take a step back, rewind the madness, put our hearts on track. We've been running wild all week, but now it's time to breathe. Let's shake off the dust and dive into this dream. Hold up, reset, let the music take us higher. Hold up, reset, ignite our hearts like a fire. We'll dance through the night with the spirit so bright. Hold up, reset, it's our Sunday evening light. Grab your friends, we're ready to go. The radio's blasting and we're stealing the show. Living for the moment, every laugh, every cheer. Turn it up to 11, let's make it clear. Forget the worries of tomorrow, just leave them at the door. We'll ride this wave together as we shout for more. Hold up, reset, let the music take us higher. Hold up, reset, ignite our hearts like a fire.
All right, welcome back to Sunday Evening Reset.
Hold up, reset, it's our Sunday evening light.
I am your host, Kyle Fields, and it is now time for our news breakdown. Welcome to our weekly news roundup, where we delve into the most significant stories that have been making the headlines this week. We aim to present news that informs, even entertains, because let's face it, sometimes you need a break from the heavy stuff. And that burp that I just did off mic probably would have been a little funny. Anyways, this week we're covering 5 major stories that encapsulate the spectrum of current events from intense, serious issues to lighthearted moments. So, buckle up and let's dive in. Our first story is climate change legislation sees progress. This week, lawmakers in various countries have been pushing forward significant climate change legislation as the world grapples with increasingly evident climate shifts. In the United States, Congress has proposed new initiatives aimed at reducing carbon emissions by 50% by the year 2030, aiming for a shift towards renewable energy sources. This bipartisan effort has been framed as both an environmental necessity and an economic opportunity, with job creation and green industries at the forefront of discussions. What makes this development noteworthy is the recognition that addressing climate change is no longer merely an environmentalist crusade. It has become a central issue of economic viability and national security, as various sectors, particularly agriculture and insurance, continue to feel the pressure of climate-related disasters. There is a growing consensus that action must be taken. Moreover, the legislation aims to balance local job needs with global responsibilities, which, if successfully implemented, could set a positive precedent for international cooperation on environmental issues. Story number 2. Global supply chain disruptions continue. In other news, headlines are still buzzing with discussions about ongoing global supply chain disruptions. The pandemic fallout continues, impacting everything from semiconductor production to shipping logistics. Major retailers are warning consumers of potential shortages, especially as we approach the holiday season. The critique of which could lead to panic buying reminiscent of the early pandemic days. What's fascinating about this situation is how it's brought consumer behavior to the forefront of business planning. Companies are now placing an unprecedented focus on adaptability and transparency. For instance, some brands are promoting buy early campaigns to encourage customers to purchase ahead of potential shortages. This shift in strategy demonstrates that businesses are learning from past mistakes and are adapting to consumer anxieties, supporting supply chain reliability. Consumers, too, are becoming more conscious about their purchasing habits and the implications behind them, making ethics and sustainability key factors in 21st century shopping. Also this week, big tech companies have once again found themselves in hot water as governments across the globe are tightening regulations concerning data privacy. Privacy advocates are highlighting concerns over U.S. data being sold without consent. Notably, a new law proposed in the EU, that is the European Union, just in case anybody didn't know, is set to impose hefty fines on companies that mishandle user data or fail to provide transparent privacy policies. The implications of these new regulations are profound. On one hand, they could foster more responsible data practices, potentially empowering users to take control of their digital footprints. On the other hand, tech giants face significant challenges in compliance, potentially leading to user experience changes and operational hurdles. It's worth noting that these developments come in tandem with increasing public awareness of digital privacy issues. As more consumers express concern over how their data is collected and used, as individuals become more educated on these topics, companies that prioritize transparency may find themselves with a stronger customer base and better trust levels, thus ensuring a competitive advantage in a rapidly evolving landscape. Let's go ahead and shift gears away from all that, fun stuff. How about we let's dive into something a little deeper, a little lighter. An art exhibit titled "A World Without Wonder" opened at the Museum of Contemporary Art this past weekend, featuring interactive installations and unconventional pieces from emerging artists. The exhibit encourages visitors to reflect on the beauty found in everyday life. Early reviews have been overwhelmingly positive, with many attendees claiming it's not just an exhibit, it's an experience that sparks joy and curiosity. Art serves as a powerful vehicle for both questioning societal norms and celebrating the mundane. This exhibit exemplifies how contemporary art can bridge the gap between thought provoking commentary and sheer enjoyment. The interactive nature invites visitors of all ages to participate, which is a refreshing way to engage with art. Moreover, these types of exhibits are pivotal in helping communities find common ground through shared experiences, especially in times when social divides seem more prominent than ever. Overall, the exhibit not only celebrates creativity, but also serves as a reminder to appreciate the wonder that exists in our daily lives. And finally, parents, sorry if you've tried to get this next subject furthest from your mind, but we're going to talk about it. And I hope your kid hears it. If your kid is still awake and listening with you, finally, let's wrap up with a news story that will put a smile on your face, or at least your kid's face. You'll probably be frowning. The beloved children's song Baby Shark has donned a new remix that has taken social media by storm. This updated version, featuring celebrity cameos and catchy new beat, has not only caught the attention of children everywhere, but has also reminded adults of the nostalgia factor that such tunes can summon. TikTok challenges based around the remix are popping up left and right, with people of all ages showcasing their dance moves and creative spins on the catchy tune. In a world rife with serious news, it's refreshing to see a lighthearted phenomenon capturing the collective imagination. As the Baby Shark remix surges in popularity, it demonstrates the power of social media to foster creativity and connection. This viral sensation reminds us that joy can come from unexpected places, providing a delightful respite from the more serious topics dominating the news cycle. It serves as evidence that amid our challenges and uncertainties, there's always room for laughter in community. As we reflect on these 5 stories, we observe a tapestry of modern issues and moments, each contributing to our understanding of the world. From serious discussions about climate change and tech legislation to the lighter tones of a viral sensation in a heartwarming art exhibit. This week's news showcases the diversity of our global narrative. So, as we continue navigating the complexities of modern life, let's stay informed, engaged, and most importantly, a little lighthearted. Until next time, or next week, I should say, stay curious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and prepare for our stress and negativity reset. In a world that often feels overwhelming, taking a moment to reset our minds is not just beneficial, it's essential. This exploration into stress and negativity invites you to embark on a transformative journey, one that empowers you to reclaim control over your thoughts and emotions. Let's dive into this reset together, focusing on three pivotal areas: mental reset, reframing stress, and shedding negativity. So, our first segment: mental reset. How to shift your mindset when you feel stuck. In moments of feeling stuck, our minds can become a labyrinth of negativity and confusion. It's easy to spiral into a cycle of self-doubt and stagnation. To reset your mental space, begin by recognizing when these feelings arise. This awareness is the first step towards freedom. I can remember a particularly challenging week when deadlines loomed large and I felt paralyzed by pressure. I decided to step out for a brief walk, allowing nature's rhythm to calm my racing thoughts. This tiny shift in my environment helped clear my mind. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, emphasizes the importance of recognizing and challenging negative thought patterns. By identifying these thoughts and replacing them with constructive affirmations, we can create a mental reset. For instance, if you think, "I can't handle that task," reframe it to, "I can approach this task one step at a time." Here are some practical steps to help. Number 1, breath work. Practice deep breathing exercises for a few minutes to ground yourself. Number 2, journaling. Write down your thoughts and feelings, then identify patterns that keep you stuck. Rewrite these narratives with positive spins. Gratitude practice. List 3 things you're grateful for. This small act can shift your perspective and elevate your mood. Number 2, reframing stress. Ways to turn anxiety into motivation. Stress, while uncomfortable, can be a catalyst for growth if we learn to reframe it. Instead of viewing stress as an enemy, see it as a signal that something needs attention. Perhaps it's time to take a risk, pursue a new path, or simply change how you manage your time. During a high-pressure presentation, I felt the surge of anxiety bubbling within me. Instead of succumbing to the fear, I embraced it, telling myself, "This is excitement. It means I care about the outcome." By flipping the narrative, my performance improved, and that presentation became a learning milestone. The concept of stress mindset theory posits that how we interpret stress impacts our performance and health. Viewing stress as a challenge rather than a threat can foster resilience and enhance performance. So, how do we do that? Well, here's one: visualize success. Before a stressful event, take a moment to visualize a positive outcome. Picture yourself succeeding and feel the satisfaction that follows. Create a stress menu. Write down activities that help you unwind, like exercise, creativity, or meditation, and refer to it when you're feeling overwhelmed. Try setting micro goals. Break down large tasks into smaller achievable goals. Celebrate each completion, reallocating stress into motivation through small wins. Part 3. Shedding negativity. Letting go of things that no longer serve you. Negativity can often feel like a heavy cloak we wear daily, hindering our potential and joy. To truly reset your mind, it's crucial to identify and let go of those burdens. Whether they come from negative self-talk, toxic relationships, or unproductive habits. Me? Well, I once stayed at a job that drained my energy, convinced I had no other options. It wasn't until I evaluated what I truly wanted that I decided to leave, which ultimately opened doors I hadn't imagined, like podcasting. Letting go of that negativity allowed me to pursue my passions. Research shows that engaging in self-compassion, recognizing that all humans make mistakes, can alleviate feelings of negativity. It encourages us to treat ourselves with kindness instead of criticism, fostering an environment where positivity can thrive. So, what are some things that you can achieve that by? Well, 1. Decluttering. Take a moment to declutter your physical space. As you remove objects that no longer serve you, contemplate what mental and emotional clutter you might also want to let go. Try setting boundaries. Evaluate your relationships and commitments. Don't hesitate to set boundaries with those who bring negativity into your life, prioritizing your emotional well-being. Affirmative reflection. End each day by reflecting on positive moments or accomplishments. Write them down to build a habit of focusing on the good. See, resetting your mind from stress and negativity is not a one-time event. It's a continuous practice. Each moment offers an opportunity for growth and transformation. By committing to these principles of mental reset and reframing stress and shedding negativity, you can cultivate a mindset that not only fosters resilience, but also brings clarity and joy back into your life. Embrace the journey. Your refreshed mind awaits.
In this world of chasing dreams, where everything's not what it seems, I've learned to find my peace of mind in the love that's truly kind. Shadows may fall, the storms may rise, but in his arms I'll find my skies. I don't need the glitter and gold, his grace is the treasure I hold. 'Cause if I'm in for God, then I'm free. Then I'm free, oh, I'm truly free. With every heartbeat, I believe that His love is more than enough for me. When the world tries to pull me away, I stand strong, I won't be swayed. In His truth, I find my melody. If I'm enough for God, then I'm enough for me. Through the trials, through the pain, I'll trust His plan, I'll praise His name. Every doubt that fights to stay is silenced when I seek His way. Mountains may rise, fears may try, but I'll keep my eyes on the Most High. He's my refuge, my guiding light. In every shadow, He's shining bright. 'Cause if I'm enough for God, then I'm free. Then I'm free, oh, I'm truly free. With every heartbeat, I believe that His love is more than enough for me. When the world tries to pull me away, I stand strong, I won't be swayed. In His truth, I find my melody. If I'm enough for God, then I'm enough for me. So I'll lift my hands, I'll sing His praise in every moment, in all my days. With faith like a fire and hope like a sea, I'll rest in the truth, He's enough for me. 'Cause if I'm enough for God, then I'm free. Then I'm free, oh, I'm truly free. With every heartbeat, I believe that His love is more than enough for me. When the world tries to pull me away, I'll stand strong, I won't be swayed. In His truth, I find my melody. If I'm enough for God, then I'm enough for me. If I'm enough for God, then I'm home, oh, I'm finally free. In His arms, I find my peace. If I'm enough for God, then I'm enough for me. Through the trials, through the pain, I'll trust His plan, I'll praise His name. Every doubt that fights to stay is silenced when I seek His way. When the world tries to pull me away, I'll stand strong, I won't be swayed. In His truth, I find my melody. If I'm enough for God, then I'm enough for me. So I'm enough for God, then I'm home, I'm finally free. In His arms, I find my peace. If I'm enough for God, then I'm enough for me.
That is my new single, unreleased. You heard it here first on Sunday Evening Reset. Tonight, we are embarking on a journey to explore the unseen hand of God. Now, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where everything seemed hopeless? Where the clouds overhead felt darker than a midnight sky, and you thought, is there a way out of this? Let's not be shy. We've all been there. Life can feel like a relentless roller coaster, and sometimes we wonder if God has stepped off for a moment, leaving us to navigate the curves and sudden drops alone. But what if I told you that even in those moments, when God seems distant, His hand is very much at work, unseen but profoundly present. Tonight, I want to share with you a story. This is a painful yet uplifted story, rooted deeply in faith, resilience, and the undeniable presence of God's guidance, even when we're completely unaware. So, let me take you back to a small town in a bustling, quiet corner of North Carolina. Picture this quaint little place filled with friendly faces, familiar streets, and an undeniable sense of community. In this town lived a single mother named Sarah. Sarah was a fierce and loving lady, always doing her best for her two young sons, Ethan and Noah. She worked multiple jobs, Early mornings at the diner, afternoons at a cleaning lady, and late evenings as a cashier. Life was a juggling act. She was tired, yes, but full of love and determination. But Sarah also had a secret, a heavy burden weighing on her heart. A few months prior, she had lost her job at the local factory, a position she depended on to provide for her children. With bills piling up and the fear of eviction looming, her heart began to sink. Every night, she prayed fervently, "Lord, I'm trying my best. Please guide my steps. Show me what to do." Yet, as days turned into weeks, it seemed the only response was silence. Now, let me pause here. When we think about faith, there's this romantic idea of us praying fervently and God swooping in with a solution, right? But often it's just silence. I think many of you can relate to Sarah's heartbreaking reality. When we pray, we expect the heavens to respond immediately, yet sometimes what we perceive as silence can be the most potent moment of divine planning. So, getting back to the story, weeks had passed. Sarah was getting increasingly anxious. As winter approached, the chill in the air mirrored the one settling in her spirit. The weight of uncertainty crushed her. One particularly cold night, sitting at the dining table, surrounded by bills, empty plates, a stark contrast to the warmth of their little family, Sarah felt a knot in her stomach. With tears streaming down her cheeks, she reached out to God once more. "God, I need a sign. I need something to trust in." And at that very moment, there was a knock on her front door. It startled her. Who could be visiting at this hour? Hesitating, she wiped her tears and opened the door. It was Mrs. Hargrove, the elderly lady who lived 2 houses down. As Sarah invited her in, she noticed Mrs. Hargrove was holding a basket full of what looked like the most delicious homemade pastries. "I just wanted to bring you some treats, dear," Mrs. Hargrove said, with a sweet smile. "I know it's been tough. Let me remind you that you are loved." In that moment, Sarah received an unexpected surge of warmth. No, it's not that the pastries would mend her financial woes, as delicious as they were. It was this simple act of love that reminded her she wasn't alone. Isn't it beautiful how God can use a humble woman, a basket of pastries, to touch someone's heart in such a deep way? But as we know, the story doesn't end there. A few days later, as Sarah was sharing the pastries with her boys, something incredible happened. While they were enjoying their treats, a friend of hers from town, Mark, dropped by. Mark said he was starting a new construction job and they were looking for extra hands. He knew about Sarah's situation and offered her something unexpected: a temporary job doing the administrative work. Stunned, Sarah realized this was the answer to her prayers. What was once the unseen hand of God became clear. The job provided her with just enough income to cover the necessities until she could find something more permanent. There at that dinner table filled with crumbs from the pastries, God showed Sarah a glimpse of his beautiful plan through her friends who were willing to reach out. So, what's the lesson in this? Here's the thing: God's signals sometimes come through as people. While we're busy waiting for the sky to open and an angel to deliver our needs, God could be whispering through a friend, knocking on your door, or maybe even through a stranger who shares a smile. Or, as my mom found out when I was a kid, some woman with the literal last name of Miracle as she's asking God to give her a miracle. That's called God's sense of humor. What we often perceive as small acts of kindness could be very well orchestrated pieces of a divine puzzle we can't yet see. In Psalms chapter 37, verses 23 and 24, we find the verses that say, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholds him with his hand." Sarah's steps were ordered, though she couldn't yet see how. My question to everyone listening is, what kind of challenges are you facing today? Maybe there's a mountain towering over you that seems insurmountable. The bills are stacking up. The health concerns are looming. Perhaps a relationship seems unrepairable. In these crucial moments, remember Sarah. Remember Mrs. Hargrove. In your isolation, God is not absent. His invisible hand is at work. But here's the kicker. We often need to remain open to the vessels he uses to reach us. Whether it's a text from an old friend you haven't talked to in ages, or a stranger who pays for your coffee. You see, there's power in the unseen. The Bible encourages us to cultivate relationships, to be kind and serve one another. One of my favorite characters in the New Testament is Peter. Think about this. He was a fisherman, a rugged man of the sea. Yet his life was turned upside down and inside out when he met Jesus. He walked on water, performed miracles, but he also stumbled. Yet it was in his lowest moment, denying Christ 3 times, that he saw the waking of God's grace. After the resurrection, when Jesus asked Peter if he loved him, Jesus replied, "Feed my sheep." Those 3 denials transformed Peter into a pillar of the church. God's unseen hand guided him into grace and purpose, proving that even our failures can serve his greater plan. In our lives, we might stumble like Peter, but those very trips and falls could be shaping us for the journey ahead. Just remember, God sees the beginning, the middle, and the end, while we only see our present struggles. In faith, surrendering to the unseen hand, we allow ourselves the gift of hope. In closing, let's reflect on the unseen hand of God moving in our lives, in our communities, and even in the world. As we step into this new week, may we be witnesses not only to God's blessings, but also to the blessings we can share with others. Be on the lookout for those Mrs. Hartgrove moments. Reach out and perhaps even be a vessel of God's hand to someone who might just be waiting for a knock at the door. The unseen hand of God is real. It is stirring, it is gentle, and it is powerful. Thank you so much for being here tonight, for sharing your hearts, and for journeying together in faith. Remember, you are never alone. God is always with you, even when you can't see him. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight, filled with gratitude for your gentle presence in our lives. Even when the way seems dark and uncertain, we trust that your unseen hand is at work, guiding us with love and patience. Thank you for the reminders of your steadfast love, like the unexpected act of kindness from a friend or the gentle encouragement that speaks directly to our hearts from you. Lord, as we step into this new week, we lift up our burdens, our doubts, and our fears to you. Help us see the fingerprints of your care woven through our everyday lives. Give us the wisdom to recognize the vessels you send to bless us, and the courage to be vessels of your grace to others. May we be filled with hope as we seek your guidance, strengthen our faith when we feel weary, and elevate our spirits when we feel downcast. Help us to trust the bigger picture, knowing that what may seem like chaos in our lives is a part of your divine plan. Lord, we pray for those who are experiencing their own struggles, their own pain, or isolation this week. May they feel your heart, and may your unseen hand lift them up in their time of need. Let them know that they are loved, cherished, and never alone. So we commit this week into your hands, trusting in your promises and resting in your peace. As we go out into the world, let our hearts overflow with compassion and kindness, ready to spread your love wherever we go. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. May God bless you, and may his unseen hand lead your ways this week. Now it's time for Kyle's YouTube pick of the week. So each week I'll be telling you about a YouTube channel that I have found interesting because, well, we all need a little extra laugh or history in our lives. This week's pick is Weird History and the Weird History Food Channel. If you love deep dives into bizarre and fascinating historical facts, Weird Facts has you covered. Their videos break down everything from strange events to forgotten stories in an engaging and well researched and comical manner. And if you're a foodie with a love for nostalgia, Weird Food History explores the origins of iconic snacks, fast foods, dining trends, and all types of food, all presented with a perfect mix of humor and historical depth. Check them out. You won't regret it. Regret it. Not even one letter. Weird History and the Weird History Food Channel on YouTube.
It's Sunday evening, the sun is low. Got my crew all around, let the good vibe flow. Hit the pause on the chaos.
All right, and there you have it, our Sunday evening reset.
But now it's time to
Hopefully,
breathe.
you're leaving feeling lighter than a helium balloon at a kid's birthday party, inspired enough to take on the world, or at least ready to face the laundry pile that has mysteriously multiplied since last week. If you're still dragging your feet, well, that's all right. That's exactly why we do this every Sunday. Think of it as a therapeutic recharge, like one giant coffee for your soul that can be sipped in cozy pajamas. Before we sign off, don't forget to tune into That's Life this week, where I'll be diving deep into a topic that might just resonate with you. Breaking free from the relentless need for approval. Spoiler alert, you're already enough, but we'll discuss how to embrace that concept without needing a megaphone to shout it out. Oh, and also mark your calendars for the Survivor Series this Wednesday. We'll be sharing the inspiring true story of Jennifer Maury. You won't want to miss it. Her journey is nothing short of remarkable and might just give you that extra motivation to conquer whatever's holding you back. So, as we wrap things up, remember, life is a journey, not a race. It's okay to stroll through it with joy, a dash of humor, and a sprinkle of love. As always, do you, but do it with love and affection. After all, that's the secret sauce. I'm Kyle Fields, and this has been Sunday Evening Reset. Until next time, keep shining and know you're loved. Good night.
It's our Sunday evening light. Hold up, reset. Feel the beat and don't forget. Hold up, reset. This is our time we won't regret. Hold up, reset. Let the music take us higher. Hold up, reset. Ignite our hearts like a fire. We'll dance through the night with our spirits so bright. Hold up, reset. It's our Sunday evening light. Hold up, reset. Feel the beat and don't forget. Hold up, reset. This is our song we won't regret.